So friends, as I explained in part 1, I covered the basics of Melodyne, but in this tutorial, I'll cover a little more advanced things. Tuning, pitch correction, pitch modulation, and how to control the loudness of your vocals. If you've sung a note too loud, I focused on this tutorial. Give this tutorial a try, and let me know how you felt. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. बिना तेरे ना एक पल हो ना बिनते तेरे कभी कहो ये दिल बन जाए पत्थर का ना इसमें कोई हलचल हो. So friends, the vocal you heard was a great song from the movie Gangster, a very famous song, Ya Ali. And my main goal for today's video is to teach you how to do pitch correction in Melodyne. In part 1 of Melodyne, I covered just the basics. In this one, I'll take it a little further and explain how to do more corrections. If you listen to this vocal, you'll think it sounds pretty good. There's no need to do much, but that's not the case. If you want to work professionally, you'll have to manually tune these lead vocals, because there will be a lot of notes I've misplaced. Okay, we'll have to see which scale they're in. So, what do we do first? Let's take it to Melodyne. So as you can see, I took it to Melodyne. Bina terena ekbal ho. You can take it to Melodyne using the transfer button. And those who don't know how to transfer to Melodyne can also check out part 1 of Melodyne. And as soon as you put it into Melodyne, you'll know the scale. The end result is the scale of this song, F minor, as seen in the top left panel. Okay, now let's understand a little bit about F minor. Look, F minor. I always try to explain it a little deeper. So, things sink in. So look at F minor. The notation for F minor is F and small mm. Now understand the formula. The formula for F minor is W, H, H, and W, W, and W. In F minor, we start with F. Next we write F sharp G sharp. And similarly, A sharp B is not A sharp of B, C sharp A, D, D sharp A, E is not a sharp of E, and then what will come? F. So I've written the entire notation. Now we're in F minor, so we'll write F here. We're working out the F minor scale. Now pay attention to this formula. W means you have to omit one. So if you omit F sharp, what will you write next? G. H means you don't omit anything. So after G, what will come? G sharp. Then you'll see W, which means you have to omit one. So if you omit this, what will come? A sharp. Then there's W. Then there's B. What will come? C. Then there's H, which means you don't omit anything, so that's our C sharp. Then there's W, so D. No, we'll leave out D and write D sharp. And then there's W again, so we'll leave out E, so what will we get? F. We've used the correct formula. You can see that it starts with F and ends with F, so we've noted down these notations. F, G, G, sharp A, sharp C, sharp D, sharp F. Now, whatever song I've sung, it should only have these. No, it should only have. There may be some improvisation. Maybe I've added a few more notes, and it sounds good. But mainly, we need to check these notes. F, G, G, sharp A, sharp C, sharp D, sharp F. So now, I'm going to go to my FL Studio. I'll zoom in a little bit on my line. You'll see that my song starts here. Bina tirana ekpalo. Now what do you have to do? Work section-wise. Never select the entire section in Melodyne. Don't do it like that in Melodyne. Okay? At the beginner level, don't do this at all. Okay? I'll only tell you things that will be very helpful. Okay? So what do you have to do? Right now, I have to get to this point.
Without you, I can't even imagine a moment. So let me explain the process of Melodyne. Look, what do we actually do in Melodyne? In Melodyne, we do vocal tuning. That means we bring our vocals exactly on scale. So there are two steps. First, what do? Tuning. That means you have to correct the notes you sang incorrectly. After that, you have to do pitch correction. Okay? Pitch correction. I'll tell you how to recognize pitch correction. And once you've done both of these things, third, you have to check if you've done something wrong. Although it won't happen, I'll tell you a trick now that requires you to control the loudness. How do you control loudness? Suppose you sang a song like this one, and I sang a note like ye dil ban jaye pa ka, and I sang the ka too loudly. So the ka became too loud, and if you look at the rest of the song, it was too loud. But I turned the ka too high. Now, if you put a limiter on it, the problem would be that it would compress the entire song, your entire vocals. So how do we reduce just the ka there? This is called loudness control. Okay, so let's tune first. What will we do for tuning? We'll keep these things in mind. F, G, G, sharp, sharp. So you can see here, like, I'm going to go up to here. Binata. Tama do. Binatirinig pala. Ekbalho. So I'm going to bring it up to here. I'm going to select. What can you do to select it? Press Control on your keyboard and just drag the mouse. And now what do? Grab any large note. Which note is it? Large? This is large. This is large. Grab anyone. Then this mark will appear. This arrow mark should appear. And double click. As soon as you double click, Melodyne knows that you want to set all of your notations to F minor. Okay? Now let's look at our first note. So you'll see a little sound before the first note. Look, this sound is our noise that you made before singing. So what do? Okay. Simply move your cursor over it like this. Keep in mind that this arrow is selected here. As you move the cursor, this mark will appear your slice tool. Wherever you want to cut from here, double click. So this portion has turned red. We have selected this portion. Okay? You don't need to press Control to select. Okay? But you can also select like this. Okay? But there's a lot to do. In fact, it can be done without Control. Select and just delete. So the sound will be gone first. After that, let's see. My first note is in D. And let's check here. Is my D note there? No. So what's my biggest mistake? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you have to do this. D. I raised it to D sharp. After this, you'll see after D comes C and A sharp. And then there's B, C, A sharp. B, C, A sharp. But you won't see B anywhere here. There's no B. So what do? We moved it up.
Understand without you. Understand the difference. Look, it's on B right now. If it's on B, what problem will you have? If you're at a beginner level, not even intermediate, and you can do this with your ear training. So always keep a chart posted wherever you work the entire minor major skill. So as soon as I get to B, you won't see much difference. Look, without you, it should go up, meaning it should go up to here without you. After that, this notation comes my G and then my F. So it's definitely on F because it's F minor because it's F minor. Is G in my scale? So you'll see G is in my scale. Exactly, G is in my scale. Then you'll see there's also F here. Oh, there's no F sharp on ekpal. Look, there's no F sharp anywhere. So what will we do? We'll move it up. If a note isn't in our scale, you have to move it up and down to see where it fits. Vina terena ekpal ho. This is my G sharp. G and G sharp are definitely in our scale. You can see there's G and G sharp. Ekpal ho. This is also there. So I've tuned up to this point. Now let's move on. Let's start tuning from here. Let's select this much. Binde kabikalo. So what do? Double click. After selecting everything, it will tune, meaning it will automatically keep the notation. If there are any mistakes, you can correct them.
Napinte.
Nabinte, these marks that you see, these are the notes of this type, these are our breath or noise, etc. So you can remove it or keep it. It depends totally on you. It may feel good at some point or it may not feel good. It depends on the tone of the song. So for now, I keep it as Maz. A bin. Now you will see that it is on a sharp. So binana bintere a. A sharp is in my notation. If you look closely, A sharp is in my notation. But what happens sometimes? It will be in a sharp notation, but I did not want to put the note A sharp there. I had to try something else there. So you can do this too. Try it. Look. Nabin P. Nabin. Nabin Te. Look. Nabin Te. It is out. Nabin De. It is almost correct. But look here, this notation is going to be on D. So I don't want D, I want D. The D sharp is coming to you. Okay? Let me turn down the volume a little. So we've added this D sharp. After that, you'll see C sharp. So in what scale is C sharp? C sharp is also in the scale. Let's check it once. Is absolutely correct. It's correct till here also. And here, when the C note is played, you have to check two things. Is C in my scale? So C is also in the scale, and it sounds good. It should also sound good. Just being in the scale isn't the only correct. If it doesn't sound good, then it must be some other note. Look, read. Kabhi kal ho ye dil ban jaye badat. Now let's go the dil ban jaye. So from here, we'll select till here. Dil ban ja patar ka. So let's select till here and double click on any major note. Now let's see this heart, this C, and then G, and then C. So I'll check that G is also in my notes and C is also there. So it's absolutely correct. It sounds good. This heart becomes A sharp and then C. So everything is correct till here. Banjay Pathar. Now you see Banja Banjay is wrong. Whereas a sharp is in my note, it is in my scale. But look at this note, Banjay. Why is it wrong? Because it is not in the scale. That means it is in the scale, but it doesn't sound right because this notation is not in the song. Banjay is correct. Banjay, this is absolutely correct. Let's see. Pather. Pa. Now you will notice here that this note is sounding on G, which is in my scale. But should I try putting it on G sharp? Will it sound better? Let's listen to G first on G. Pathar is okay, but it is sounding a little flat. Now listen to Pathar. Now this is sounding better. So you have to do this and tune it in this way. There should be no movement in Pathar. There should be no movement in it. We will select and double click on it. There should be some movement in it. So here you will see that there is A sharp, which is also in our scale. If there is any movement in it, then D sharp is also there. Some movement in it. S is there. No solution. E is not in our scale. So what do we do? Let's keep it here. Any movement, it's perfectly fine till here. Sanam payes ishq payes, salam payes, and ishq payes. Now select it till here and double click.
yes. Easy, don't be, John.
Now Z, yes, it's going down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll go up. Look, now listen carefully.
Yes.
Yes, this is happening when it should be Ishkupe, yes!
Up. Now, listen, yes.
Okay, this is all noise. Let's delete it. Look, you'll notice one thing here too. There's noise in the middle. This is
Huh?
noise. So just select it, drag it, and delete it. Yes, Ishko.
Yes.
Erase it. Now select this much. Double click. Listen. Let.
Delete it. Erase it.
Why did I erase it? Erase it over this because it was E. Erase.
Lutadon may na apni khudiyan ko na daw kare.
Main
Is
not in D notation.
I give my own self. I give my own self.
These notations cannot come because it is I. So what will I do?
I give my own self for.
Now let's hold this much and double. Not come on. Now let's move on. No. Double click. Now look, this notation is on D, which is absolutely wrong. So what will we do?
Or everyone is sacrificed for Ali. Friend, this is called tuning.
my tuning. So I tuned it. Now what will you do? Now we will do pitch correction. Pitch correction is not continuous like this, where I find a problem like I have tuned my friend, but there is some crackling, some problem. Then what do we do there? We only do pitch correction. Look, without you, not even a moment. So far, I don't find any major issue, so I won't leave it here. I will tease you. What happens? Look, I will play you through each note, but it's up to your discretion whether you want to do this or not. Look, if you look at this note, you'll see a line. What? You're connecting every note. Look. This line is my pitch. If this line is exactly in the middle, it means the note you sang is completely flat. Look, if you sing binatirana ekbalho like this, you'll be able to sing it in scale, but you won't get the feel. So what does the feel mean? There's a pitch. Now, I'm going to sing it with feel. Binatirana ekbalho na pindere kabe kalho. I'm singing this with my heart right now. So what will the pitch be? This line of mine will go above the note in this way, and also move slightly away from the center. Now you can see the second tool. You have to keep pressing it, and two options will appear below. It will show the pitch modulation tool. You have to select it. It will look something like this. Now, look, what do I do to this note? I flatten its pitch. I dragged it. Now let's listen to it. I think it's completely flat. I don't want to do that without you. So what should I do? I'll double click and it will restore it. We're back to square one. If there's a problem with Bina, you have to listen to the entire song. If there's any problem, we'll fix it. Look. Ho. Na bin tere kabhi khal ho ye dil ban jaye pan jaye. But now, as you want, you sing this note, but you shouldn't do so much. If the singer is okay, he should sing it again. Yay, dil banjaye. If you want to do this, if you want to give it vibrato, it's best to have the singer sing it. You can do it with a meridian. It will get a little complicated and won't sound. Do you know why it looks flat? Look, in this note, the line is almost in the middle and straight. What I do is try to slide the pitch modulate. Now I do it. It should become, now it should become lighter. See? Now a slight feeling comes. It should become, so this is pitch correction. No, you need to do pitch correction where needed.
Like, there's no pitch correction in
The,
now. As you can see,
there's
no vibration
in this. Now look, there'll be some vibration.
in this.
Just do it lightly, that's all. There's no pitch correction here. If you look here, there's a lot of pitch correction. What's going on right now? Because look, I sang this note on C sharp. So D doesn't come in my scale, and these lines are going up to D. So when D doesn't come in and they go up to D, it will create some problems somewhere. Listen, even if you can't do it, you have to see and correct it. So I added this pitch correction within that note. Now,
Look. What happens if I increase it like this?
look, there is no pitch correction. So I'm not messing around. Just
Some movement on my love.
what happens sometimes, you'll also have to separate the notes. For example, suppose you want to break this note into two parts from here. So you just have to hover over it and this mark will appear. When will this mark appear? When you go to its edge. And I want to break it from here. Double click it and it will break. What can you do now? The two notes are separated. Now you can bring it down above it and double click it like this and it will fit perfectly. But what happened? This is what happened. This is in the wrong C scale, but that won't sound good.
So there's some movement, some move.
Now look, we need to do pitch correction here too. Why? Yes, that's going down to B. Look, this is going to B. So what will we do?
Yes, do you
Understand? Because here I want a flat.
yes, sanambehan, iskapehana.
Do this throughout the track wherever you feel you need to do pitch correction. Now I'm going to my third element, which is the loudness control. What do you need to do for the loudness control? Make it a little smaller. Make it so small that it's visible. You can also make it smaller. Once these boxes are created, you'll see some. You just have to see which boxes are bigger. The thicker ones are thicker. Fortunately, there's nothing high in this song. Look, they're all almost equal. There's a slight difference, which I've controlled with the limiter. You can see from here. So, suppose you sang a notation like this. I'll take an example. For example, oh, you sang this note like this. Now, see what happens with it.
Bina tere na ek pal hu.
So it's sung too loud. So what do you do for this? You'll come to number 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming to number 4, you just click on it, and you'll see this symbol, and this is the loudness symbol. So what do you do with this? You'll hold it and drag it. Try to keep it as thick as it is.
Without you there won't be a single moment. Without you there won't be a tomorrow.
You'll see pitch correction is needed here too. Wherever these lines are jutting out too much, you need to do pitch correction there too. Look. Where is this line going? This line of mine is going, you can see. Look at this line of mine. This line is going almost to E, and E doesn't even come in the scale, so you're picking that note from there. So what will we do? We'll go to the pitch correction tool, then the pitch modulation tool, and from here, where did I bring it from F? So what will happen? Mine will pick up from F.
Yes, without you and what was it?
Just now, this is not. Then, so we have to do little things. If you make it completely flat, then it won't be fun. Right? Now look, this line is ducking here. It's coming out like this, right? This is correct. Why? Because it's gonna G and G sharp, both of which come in my scale. They come in the scale. So there's no problem. How far is this going? To the heart. No problem.
Without you, this heart will turn into stone.
So this is my loudness control. This Melodyne. It's such a simple thing. But the main thing, see, is Melodyne. You won't be able to learn Melodyne until you understand it. Okay? So what happens usefully as you work is that as you keep working, you'll memorize all the notes, and then you'll realize it's wrong when you listen. But I've noticed especially that many people rely solely on hearing. Okay, if they don't remember even a little theory. For example, in F minor, I should know right away that the note won't come in F minor. It sounds good, but it won't. So I try whatever comes to mind and see if it sounds better. So I have to do all these things. And I hope you've understood these 3 things basically. I didn't keep this lecture too long. Now I'll bring you part 3 of this, in which I'll tell you about advanced tools, in which I'll tell you about all these tools. Is that right? Correct, pitch Mac, quantize time Mac, note leveling, macro. And let me tell you one last thing. Suppose none of your notes are on the beat. It's done and the singer sings. And leaves. You can't call the singer back. For example, then I now suppose you have. To start. There's no need to do anything like that here. I didn't pay attention to the beat just to teach. I had to do it on the beat, like dialogues, etc. If you want to make a song based on dialogues or something like that, then Melodyne's advanced tools are very important for you. Right now, my goal in this video is to show you how you can tweak the vocals you recorded yourself. Okay, mainly how do you tune them? How do you correct the pitch? How do you control the loudness? These are all things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, see you in my next video. So if you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.